Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts. So this time we're going to make a card and I have nothing cut beforehand, so I'm going to explain to you how I do my cutting and my measuring, right? So this is the card we're going to make. In one of my previous videos I made this. This has just been made on a scrap of paper, so it's not the correct size. I have in the meantime stamped this on it as well, so this is now finished. I am going to mount it on Mossy Meadow on a card of Very Vanilla. So let's get started. I am going to cut my A4 piece of paper in two. So we have A4 is 11 and 6/8, between 6 and 7/8. So half of that it makes 5 and 6/8. So I'm going to cut it there. And then I'm going to score it, because it is 8 1/4, I'm going to score it at 4 1/8. So not cutting but scoring. That is our card base. We then fold it towards the mountain and we have a card. Now, then the next measurement we're going to need is our first mat. So as our card is 5 and 6/8, we're going to go down 1/4 and we're going to cut it. This obviously can be for another card, and then we're going to turn it and we're going to go in 1/4, so 4 1/8 is going to become 3 7/8. There we go. So that's our first mat, and that should now line up nicely on there. We've got even borders all around. Now we are going to have to cut this to size, obviously, because this wasn't made to size. As we've got the wording here, we're going to start on this side. So I line up with something on here. I try to line up my last letter and I cut it. So that's going to be one of my set edges. That's going to stay there. So I'm going to come in another 1/4 and I'm going to have to cut it off there. So I'm losing some of my flower, but that doesn't matter really. So now I'm going to come in lengthwise. I'm going to come in another 1/4, and do I want this at the edge? So I'm going to, I think I'm going to just cut off a little bit from there because I've got enough there. I'm going to cut off a bit here. So that brings that down a bit. And then I'm going to come down to that measurement there. So this should now fit on there perfectly. And it does. So all that's left to do now is to glue it down. I have indicated my measurements on there, and that does help enormously. Certainly when you're making a lot of cards, you don't always want to be looking and counting, oh yes, so many inches or so many 1/8 of an inch in and so many that. So it's easier if you just indicate it on there, and that way you will find that card making becomes a lot straighter and a lot easier. I used to use a ruler and a knife and my work mat, and then I used to put everything straight, but there was too many things that could go wrong. You could put your paper skew if, you could put your ruler skew if, you could cut off. So buying the cutter has made it so that not only does it go faster, but it's all straight and it all comes together very nicely, and I don't end up with you know, skew with cards anymore. So it did make a big difference. If you would like to purchase the scorer or even any other supplies from Stampin' Up, please do go to opheliacrafts.stampinup.net, where you can find all the things that you need to make beautiful cards. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will come back for more, because I've got a lot more up my sleeve. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye!